Yo, what's up guys? Today's video is going to be another mailbag. Since there aren't a lot of rumors going around about the Bulls' new GM or head coaching rumors or candidates going around. So yeah, make sure you guys continue to comment any questions below the video you guys got for me. You know, they could be Chicago Bulls related or just learning more about me. And the first question in today's mailbag is, if Jim Boylen got fired, who do you think is the best available coach for the Chicago Bulls? I mean, best available right now, I believe, is Mark Jackson, but I just feel like Mark Jackson, he doesn't want to coach anymore, I feel like. I mean, there hasn't been any rumors about it, and of course, he's a hell of a coach. I mean, he pretty much built and raised what Golden State is and he just grew them. He pretty much just developed all the Golden State players and made them into the team they are today, and then Steve Kerr pretty much just took over, and he really didn't even have to coach the team. That team was just so talented. So yeah, best available coach is definitely Mark Jackson, but like I said, I don't think he wants to coach anymore. But now onto realistically, I feel like the Bulls are most likely going to sign Kenny Atkinson or Adrian Griffin. I've talked about him in my past videos. You know, I've also been seeing some rumors about the Bulls wanting to bring back Coach Tibbs. I feel like that would be cool, but you know, the Bulls are making change. I don't really feel like, you know, we're trying to bring back old guys. But I did see Arcidiacono and him are good friends, so it wouldn't surprise me, but I really feel like Kenny Atkinson and Adrian Griffin are the number 1 and number 2 targets as of right now. But who knows, a lot can change in the next few weeks. And the next question in today's mailbag says, if you were the Bulls GM, who would you hire for the new coaching position? You know, I kind of already went over that in my last question, but I definitely target one of those 3 guys. And then he also said, and who would you bring in this free agency and who would you trade away? You know, honestly, I would probably try to trade Cristiano Felicio in a second rounder just to get rid of his contract. Maybe Otto Porter Jr. if someone wants him. But I doubt, you know, the Bulls going to make any trades this year. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we made some little ones. Unless, you know, of course, Arcidiacono wants to blow up the whole roster. But I doubt that will happen. And some free agents that, you know, I think the Bulls should target this year. You know, this free agency is really limited. There's not a lot of big names. And I'm pretty sure we don't have that much cap space, because Otto Porter is most likely going to accept his player option because he'll be making $28 million a year, which is crazy. Thankfully, this is his final year. But I feel like the Bulls really need a good shooting guard or small forward. I feel like a nice cheap shooting guard could be Kent Blazemore as a backup. And I feel like it would be nice to have a starting small forward or a backup, you know, because the whole small forward position for the Bulls was a mess this year. It's just been filled with injuries and inconsistent play. So I feel like it'd be cool to sign some young guy. It's kind of like what the Chicago Bears are doing. They're pretty much signing first round picks that didn't play well on different teams and trying to bring them into our team. And you know, because they have a lot of potential and talent, but maybe they're just in the wrong position. So I'd be down to sign Josh Jackson or Stanley Johnson. I mean, 2 really talented players that they couldn't really play good on the teams that drafted them. So I definitely sign those guys for cheap and give them a chance, because why not? And the next 2 questions are, who do you think the Chicago Bulls should draft this year? You know, I haven't really looked into the draft that much because who knows when the draft will even be coming up. I'll definitely be doing more research on it. But I'm really high on Obi Toppin. I don't know if that's how you say his name, so I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But you know, he looks like the perfect small forward for our team. He's super athletic. I've also talked about him in one of my old videos, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, in college, he's averaging pretty much 20 points a game, pretty much 8 rebounds, while shooting 63% from the field. He's a 6'9", 220 pounds. I mean, he just looks like an absolute monster. I mean, in his last 5 games of playing, he had 27 points, 20, 23, 19, and 28. He's a walking bucket, and I definitely take a chance on him if, you know, he's still there with the 7th pick, because if the season ends right now and say they just cancel the regular season, we are most likely to get the 7th pick again for the 4th year in a row, which is kind of sad, but hopefully the Bulls can add another solid piece to our team this year with the 7th pick, and hopefully make the playoffs next year if everything goes right. And Chi-Town Made David also asked, if the Bulls sign Finley, do you think they could trade for hometown guys like AD, Derrick Rose, or Pat Bev? You know, I don't believe we will trade for them, But maybe, I mean, of course, I feel like we're going to target AD if he doesn't sign an extension with the Lakers. I mean, Derrick Rose is a free agent next year, and he's hinted at wanting to come back and play for the Bulls. I mean, I'd be down to sign Derrick Rose. I mean, he's my favorite player of all time. He's the whole reason I started watching and loving the game. And I saw a Bulls insider said, like, talking about D Rose if we signed him this offseason, which I believe we should have, because we pretty much paid Satoransky the same Derrick Rose got. And of course, I'd way rather have D Rose than Sato. Sato he had a bad year this year, and hopefully he can build on that and be better next year. But could you imagine a Derrick Rose, Zach LaVine backcourt? You'd just have to pick your poison, because either of those guys are just walking buckets and can get a bucket anytime they wanna. I feel like that duo would be deadly. But yeah, I really don't see Pat Bev ever coming home unless, he's going to be like 30 years old and the Bulls are going to overpay for him like they did with Wade. But I hope we don't do that. It would be cool if we can get AD to come home. I did see that he put his house up for sale in LA. But I do feel like fans are, blowing that up and making it a scene and rumors. I really don't believe he'll come to Chicago. I saw that he's happy with the Lakers, and he of course wants to win a championship. Of course he likes playing with the Lakers and playing with LeBron, so I don't really see him, not signing him, like $100 million extension with the Lakers to win more championships with LeBron. It'd be cool to get Anthony Davis, but at the same time, I just really don't see it happening. And the next question says, should Coby White be the franchise cornerstone of what the Bulls should build off of? I mean, absolutely. Him and LaVine, I believe. I mean, Markkanen was, I feel like, their franchise cornerstone, when we drafted him. I mean, his first 2 seasons were really good, but, of course, last season, he didn't look like Lauri. I mean, he wasn't healthy. You could make a bunch of excuses, so hopefully he comes back and works this offseason and is back to the Lauri we know he can be next year. But yeah, of course, I hope the Bulls build around Coby White and LaVine. I feel like that's a deadly backcourt. I mean, they're both walking buckets. Just Coby White needs to continue to learn how to play in the NBA and learn the point guard position. And I feel like they could be a good 1-2 punch. And the next question in today's mailbag is, do you see the Bulls make the playoffs next season, or is it too soon? I 100% do see the Bulls making the playoffs. I mean, I thought they should have this year. The East is really weak. Just, Jim Boylan didn't help, and all the injuries also didn't help. I mean, we were missing our small forward, pretty much power forward, and starting center for like half of the season. I'd say no team's going to win, with backups. But yeah, I believe Arcidiacono will set us up in a good position this offseason, get the coaching staff right. Hopefully maybe make a few moves in the offseason, sign some more veterans or some young, cheap players, and hopefully we draft a good player. And I truly do expect the Bulls to be in the playoffs next year, hopefully, but I said that last year, so you never know. And the last question in today's mailbag is, do you think we will trade Otto in the offseason? And he said, and who do you think we will draft if the season doesn't start up again? I doubt we trade Otto. I know nobody wants that contract, especially with him. I mean, he pretty much didn't play this whole season with it getting canceled and everything, so nobody's going to trade for that contract. He's going to accept that $28 million paycheck, and hopefully he's healthy next year, because Otto's not a bad starting small forward. I mean, if he's healthy, he's a good 3-and-D guy. He's, of course, getting overpaid. I mean, I'm sure the Bulls will try to trade him, because I'm sure Arcidiacono doesn't like that contract either, but I doubt anyone will bite on it unless we have to give up like a future first-round pick, and I don't want the Bulls to do that because we only have 1 more year of Otto and he can walk away for free. And on the draft again, I haven't done that much research. I need to do that more, but I really like Obi Toppin. I mean, like I said, if the season ends right now and they just start the playoffs, we're projected to get the 7th overall pick for the 4th year in a row, and that sucks, but like I said, I believe in Arcidiacono. He's been making good moves all off-season long, or whatever you want to call this. So hopefully he drafts a good guy that can step right in and, help the team win. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's mailbag. Like I said, if I didn't answer your question, I'm sorry. I'll definitely make more, and hopefully I'll answer your question in later videos. So yeah, keep commenting questions. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys check out all my other videos, and thanks for all the love and support recently. It's been crazy. Have a good one.